Once upon a time, a poor woodcutter lost his only axe, but what he found in that silent moment changed his destiny forever. This is not a story about magic. It is a story about self-control, honesty, and the power of a calm heart. Once upon a time, in a quiet land where tall trees touched the sky and rivers spoke softly to the stones, there lived a poor woodcutter named Aren Vale. From the very first light of morning to the fall of night, Aren walked into the forest with only an old axe and a tired heart. He was not weak, but life had made him heavy inside. Every strike of his axe echoed his struggles, his fears, and his unspoken hopes. People in the village saw him as just another poor man, but deep inside, Aren carried a strong sense of honesty and patience that no one noticed. Aren's life was simple but hard. He worked every day, cutting wood honestly and selling it for very little money. Some days he earned enough to eat, some days he did not. Still, he never complained. He believed that anger wastes strength and greed blinds the heart. When other woodcutters rushed, fought, or cheated to earn more, Aren stayed calm. He told himself that control over one's emotions was more powerful than control over wealth. This belief kept him steady even when hunger knocked at his door. One evening, after a long day of work, Aren's axe slipped from his hands and fell into the deep river that ran through the forest. The river was dark and fast, and the axe disappeared within seconds. Aren sat by the river, feeling a quiet pain. This axe was his only tool, his only way to survive. Tears filled his eyes, but he did not shout or curse. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and accepted the moment. He knew panic would not bring the axe back. As the moonlight touched the water, the river began to glow. Slowly, a soft light rose from the river, and a fairy appeared. She was not loud or magical in a dramatic way. She looked calm, wise, and gentle, like someone who understood human pain. Her name was Lyra Elune, the fairy of inner truth. She looked at Aren and spoke in a quiet voice that reached his heart instead of his ears. Lyra asked why he was sad. Aren respectfully told her the truth. He did not exaggerate his pain, nor did he beg for help. He simply shared his situation honestly. The fairy smiled softly and disappeared into the river. Moments later, she returned holding a golden axe that shone brightly. She asked Aren if it was his. Aren looked at it and shook his head. He said it was beautiful, but it was not his. His voice was calm, without regret. The fairy then brought a silver axe, glowing gently under the moonlight. Again she asked if it was his. Aren looked once more and said no. His axe was old, simple, and worn, but it was honest work that made it valuable to him. Finally, Lyra returned with his old wooden-handled axe. Aren's eyes filled with relief and gratitude. He nodded and said yes, this was his. Lyra smiled brighter than before. She told Aren that his honesty, emotional control, and patience were rare qualities in a world driven by desire and fear. As a reward, she gave him all 3 axes, but more importantly, she gave him something deeper. She told him that life would test him again, not with loss, but with choice. Aren returned to the village with the axes, but he did not show them to anyone. He continued working as before, using his old axe. The golden and silver axes remained hidden, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Aren understood that showing wealth often brings noise to the soul. He chose peace over attention. As time passed, the village faced a difficult period. Jobs became fewer, and people grew impatient and angry. Arguments became common. Fear spread faster than truth. Many villagers began to act out of frustration, hurting each other with words and actions. Aren watched quietly. He remembered the fairy's words. This was the real test. Instead of reacting with anger, Aren listened. When people shouted, he stayed calm. When people blamed, he responded with understanding. He helped where he could, not with money, but with emotional strength. Slowly, people noticed his calm nature. They came to him for advice, not because he was rich, but because he was steady. One night, Lyra returned. She told Aren that true wealth was not the axes, but the way he controlled his emotions when life tried to break him. She explained that self-control is the ability to pause when the heart wants to react, and emotional intelligence is the courage to understand pain without becoming it. Aren realized that the forest, the river, and even the fairy were symbols of life's lessons. Years later, Aren was no longer poor, but he was never greedy. He taught others that success without emotional balance leads to emptiness. Children listened to his stories, not about magic, but about patience, honesty, and inner strength. The golden axe was never used. The silver axe remained untouched, but the old axe continued to shape his life. The story of Aren Vale spread beyond the forest, not as a tale of a fairy, but as a lesson of self-mastery. People learned that life does not reward noise, but consistency. Not anger, but awareness. Not shortcuts, but truth. And so the woodcutter and the fairy became a reminder that when you control your emotions, life slowly begins to work with you instead of against you. In the quiet strength of honesty and the calm power of patience, even the hardest life can transform into a meaningful journey.